What if I told you that the reason you've been left wondering why he pulls away, why he doesn't chase you, or why he seems indifferent, is because you've been playing a game designed for you to lose? Society has fed you lies, telling you to explain yourself, to over-communicate, to always be the one who fixes things. But here's the truth. The more you talk, the more you give. The more you chase, the less he values you. The key to turning the tables lies in your silence. Yes, silence, calm, deliberate, and powerful, is the weapon that will make him see you in a way he's never seen anyone before. Brave women, this isn't about manipulation. It's about reclaiming your energy, your power, and your self-worth. The principles of dark Stoic psychology, rooted in ancient philosophy but sharper and more relevant today, teach us that the greatest strength often lies in restraint. Silence is not weakness, it's wisdom. It's a mirror that reflects their actions and forces them to confront what they've lost. Ask yourself, why do you always feel the need to explain yourself, to prove your love, to fix what he's broken? Let me tell you a hard truth. Men don't respect words, they respect actions. And when you remain silent, when you stop trying to convince him of your worth, you shift the power. You become a mystery, a puzzle he cannot solve, and trust me, that's when he begins to chase. Dark Stoic psychology is your guide here. It's the art of mastering your emotions, controlling your reactions, and understanding his. It's rooted in timeless wisdom. He who controls his emotions controls the world. For you, brave women, it's about controlling the dynamic of your relationships by understanding male psychology. Men thrive on validation, but the moment you pull back your energy, the moment you refuse to validate his ego with words, he will feel the absence of your presence like a void. Silence isn't just quiet, it's deafening. Imagine this. You're in a heated argument, and instead of defending yourself or explaining your perspective, you simply look at him with calm, unwavering composure. No yelling, no pleading, no over-explaining. Just silence. He'll feel every unsaid word. Every second of your silence is a thunderstorm in his mind, making him question himself, his actions, and his decisions. That's the power of dark Stoic psychology. It uses silence to amplify your strength and make your presence unforgettable. When you speak less, you command more. When you chase less, you attract more. Your silence will confuse him, intrigue him, and ultimately make him realize your worth. The question is, are you ready to embrace your power, to use silence as your ultimate form of self-respect and control? If you're tired of games and ready to master dark Stoic psychology, hit the like button and subscribe now. And in the comments, write, "I am silence, I am power." Let this be the beginning of your transformation. You are not weak, you are unstoppable. Let's dive deeper into this power together. Number 1, stop explaining. Confuse him with silence and command his respect. Brave women, have you ever found yourself trapped in endless explanations, trying to make him understand your worth? You pour your heart out, hoping that your words will fix the misunderstandings, change his behavior, or make him see you for who you truly are. But instead, the more you explain, the more he seems to pull away. Why is that? Here's the hard truth. Words don't move him. Your actions, or lack thereof, do. You're not weak for wanting clarity, but your power lies in a completely different strategy. Silence. Silence is the ultimate form of dark Stoic psychology. It's not about playing games or manipulating. It's about reclaiming your energy, valuing yourself, and using the quiet strength that forces him to confront his own behavior. The less you say, the more your presence will linger in his mind. Why? Because silence isn't empty. It's full of power. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine a raging fire. Every word you say to explain, justify, or plead is like throwing more wood into that fire. It grows, consumes you, and burns away your peace. But silence? Silence is the water that extinguishes that fire, leaving nothing for the flames to feed on. When you stop explaining, stop chasing, and start observing, you shift the dynamic. He no longer sees you as someone trying to win him over. Instead, you become a mystery he can't quite figure out, and men are drawn to what they can't easily understand. Dark Stoic psychology teaches us that true power lies in restraint. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When you stop trying to control his reactions with your words and instead master your own emotions, you create a magnetic force that draws him toward you. Silence allows him to feel the absence of your energy. It gives him space to realize what he's losing. Some of you may be thinking, but if I don't explain, won't he misunderstand me? Let me ask you this. Has explaining ever truly worked? Have your long messages, heartfelt talks, or late-night arguments ever changed his actions for good? Words don't teach respect. Boundaries do. Silence communicates a boundary more effectively than any lecture ever could. It says, "I won't waste my energy proving my worth. If you don't see it, that's your loss." Picture this. He cancels plans last minute, leaving you disappointed. Instead of sending a long text explaining why it hurt you, you respond with calm silence. No angry calls, no emotional pleas. You go about your life, focused on your goals, your passions, and your own happiness. That silence will echo louder in his mind than any words you could have said. He'll wonder why you're not reacting, why you're not chasing, and that curiosity will draw him closer. Silence also forces self-reflection. Men often act impulsively, expecting you to bridge the gap with your words. But when you stop, they're left with their own thoughts, their own mistakes, their own realizations. Dark Stoic psychology isn't about revenge or manipulation. It's about commanding respect through your unwavering composure. You are not weak, and you do not need to explain yourself to anyone. Your silence is a testament to your strength, your worth, and your self-respect. Brave women, the time has come to stop over-explaining and start commanding the respect you deserve. Let your silence be the loudest statement you ever make. If this resonates with you, like this video, subscribe to the channel and let's explore more strategies to take back your power. And in the comments, write, "My silence commands respect." Because you are powerful, you are enough, and you are unstoppable. Stay tuned. Your transformation is just beginning. Number 2, the mystery effect. Turn any man into a chaser. Without saying a word, have you ever wondered why the more you try to explain yourself, express your feelings, or prove your worth to a man, the more distant he becomes? Why is it that when you give all your love, attention, and energy, he seems to pull away, leaving you questioning what you did wrong? Here's the truth, brave women. The harder you try to hold on to him, the more he slips away. The secret lies not in chasing him, begging for his attention, or over-explaining, but in becoming the woman he cannot figure out, the woman whose presence lingers even in her absence. This is the art of the mystery effect, rooted deeply in dark Stoic psychology. It's about mastering restraint, detachment, and silence to create an irresistible pull. When you stop handing over your emotions and energy on a silver platter, you become an enigma he cannot ignore. And trust me, brave women, men chase what they cannot easily understand. Imagine this. You're texting him, pouring out your thoughts, trying to bridge the emotional gap, but he replies with short, dismissive responses, or worse, none at all. Your instinct tells you to try harder, to fix the situation, to prove your worth. Stop. Instead of chasing him, become the one who disappears into calm, unshakable silence. That silence? It's like a void that will echo in his mind, forcing him to confront what he has taken for granted. As Marcus Aurelius once said, silence is a form of great strength. Dark Stoic psychology harnesses this truth, teaching you to control your emotions and reactions, not for his approval, but for your own empowerment. Men thrive on validation, but when you refuse to give it, when you choose silence over desperation, you shift the power dynamic. Suddenly, he's no longer the one in control. You are. Think of it like a game of chess. The player who overextends their moves, showing all their intentions, is the one who loses. But the player who holds back, who lets their opponent make the first mistake, is the one who dominates the board. You, brave women, are that player. Your silence is not passivity, it's strategy. It's the move that makes him second-guess everything he thought he knew about you. But what if he forgets about me, you might ask? Let me remind you, a man doesn't forget a woman who values herself. When you withdraw your energy, when you choose silence over emotional overexertion, you ignite a curiosity that no words could ever achieve. He will wonder why you're no longer chasing him, why your attention has shifted, and what he must do to earn it back. That's the beauty of dark Stoic psychology. It doesn't beg, it commands. Brave women, stop being an open book for him to skim through. Become the novel he can't put down, the story he's desperate to understand. When you embrace this power, you'll see how quickly the dynamic shifts. Silence is your secret weapon, your tool to make him chase, to make him see your worth without you having to utter a single word. If you're ready to master the mystery effect and turn the tables, like this video and subscribe to the channel for more life-changing strategies. In the comments, write, "I am the mystery he'll never solve," to declare your power and your commitment to this transformation. Brave women, your journey has just begun. Let's uncover the next strategy together. Number 3, master his mind. Use dark Stoic psychology to make him see your worth. Why does it feel like you're constantly giving your all, yet he still doesn't see your worth? Why does he take you for granted, as if your presence is guaranteed, your efforts invisible? Brave women, the problem isn't that you're not enough, it's that you're giving too much, too soon, and in all the wrong ways. The good news? You hold all the power to change this dynamic. The solution lies in mastering his mind, not with manipulation, but with the timeless wisdom of dark Stoic psychology. Dark Stoic psychology is about controlling your emotions, mastering your reactions, and understanding his. It's about using silence, composure, and restraint to flip the script, making him see you as the rare and extraordinary woman you are. You don't beg, you don't explain, you don't chase. Instead, you create an aura so magnetic and self-assured that he's left no choice but to chase after you. Let's get real. Men are drawn to challenge, to mystery, to women who command respect without saying a word. Imagine a flame. If you keep feeding it with endless fuel, over-explaining, over-giving, it doesn't burn brighter. It smothers and dies. But when you pull back, when you offer just enough warmth without giving it all away, the flame grows stronger, hotter, and unstoppable. You are that flame, and dark Stoic psychology teaches you how to burn brightly without burning out. You might be asking, how do I make him see my worth without saying or doing too much? The answer lies in silence and action. When he pulls away, don't chase him. When he doesn't text, don't double message. Your silence is not indifference. It's power. Silence forces him to sit with the absence of your energy, your love, your attention. It creates a void only you can fill. And that void, it's the space where his realization begins. Let me give you an example. Picture this. You've been texting a man who replies sporadically, half-heartedly, and only on his terms. Most women panic at the thought of losing his interest. They send another message, hoping to revive the connection. But a woman armed with dark Stoic psychology does the opposite. She stops. She lets him notice the sudden quiet. That silence doesn't make her look weak. It makes her unforgettable. Suddenly, he's wondering why she's no longer chasing, why her attention has shifted. That's when he starts chasing you, realizing your worth, because you've shown that you won't fight for scraps of his energy. As Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher, said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Brave women, the strength lies in your ability to let go of control over his actions and focus solely on your own. When you master your emotions, you master the relationship. Understanding male psychology through the lens of dark Stoic psychology will show you that men value what they must work for. They don't treasure what is easily given. By practicing restraint, by pulling back your energy and allowing him to feel its absence, you are not playing games. You're teaching him the invaluable lesson of your worth. And a man who learns your worth is a man who will move mountains to keep you. So, are you ready to stop chasing and start mastering his mind? To shift the dynamic so that he runs after you? Remember, your worth is not up for debate, nor is it something you need to prove. It's something you radiate, effortlessly and powerfully, by standing firm in your silence and composure. If this resonates with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more strategies that will transform your relationships. In the comments, write, "I own my worth and he will see it." Let this be your mantra moving forward. And don't stop here. There's more to learn, more power to harness. Stay tuned, because the next step will take your mastery to an entirely new level. You've already started this journey. Let's make sure you finish it as the unstoppable force you are. Number 4, reclaim your power. Silence is the key to controlling the relationship. Have you ever felt like the harder you try to explain yourself, the more distant he becomes? Like the more you give, the less he appreciates you? It's not your imagination, brave women. It's the game you've been conditioned to play. A game where the louder you speak, the less he listens. But what if I told you that the secret to flipping this dynamic lies not in your words, but in your silence? Not in proving your worth, but in knowing it so deeply that your silence speaks louder than any explanation ever could. The teachings of dark Stoic psychology hold a profound truth. Restraint is power. Silence is not passive. It is deliberate, calculated, and commanding. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The nearer a man comes to a calm mind, the greater his power." That's your secret. A calm, unshakable silence creates an air of mystery that forces him to pay attention. When you stop reacting, stop over-explaining, and simply let your actions, or lack thereof, do the talking, you reclaim control. Imagine this scenario. He cancels plans last minute or leaves your texts unanswered. What's your instinct? To demand an explanation? To text him again, trying to make sense of his behavior? Stop. That's exactly what he expects. Instead, lean into your power. Say nothing, do nothing. Your silence is not weakness. It's a mirror, reflecting his actions back at him. Suddenly, he's forced to confront his own behavior. He's left wondering why you're not chasing after him, and that uncertainty drives him crazy. Think of it this way. Silence is like a storm building in the distance. He can see it, feel it, but he can't predict when or how it will strike. It leaves him uneasy, unsettled, desperate to know what's going on in your mind. This is the essence of dark Stoic psychology, a philosophy rooted in the understanding of human behavior, particularly male psychology. Men are drawn to challenges, to the unknown. Silence is your greatest weapon because it shifts the dynamic. It makes him realize that your energy isn't free and your attention must be earned. Some of you might be thinking, but if I stay silent, won't he just move on? No, brave women, he won't. A man moves on from someone predictable, someone who over-communicates and seeks constant validation. But silence? Silence intrigues him. It forces him to question himself. It creates a gap he feels compelled to fill. And if he does move on, good. That only proves he wasn't worth your time or energy in the first place. Silence also serves as a test of his character. A man who respects you will step up. He will recognize the value of your quiet strength and meet you halfway. But one who continues to play games isn't worth your power. Dark Stoic psychology isn't about manipulation. It's about self-mastery. It's about valuing yourself so deeply that you refuse to waste your energy on anything less than what you deserve. Remember, your silence is not emptiness. It is fullness. It is the calm confidence that says, I know who I am, and I won't beg anyone to see my worth. When you embrace this, you become magnetic. He won't just see you differently. He'll feel it. He'll be drawn to your mystery, your strength, your ability to stand firm in your power. Brave women, are you ready to reclaim your power, to control the relationship dynamic without uttering a single unnecessary word? Then hit that like button and subscribe for more strategies rooted in dark Stoic psychology. And in the comments, write, "My silence is my power." Let that phrase become your mantra. Stay tuned, because next, we're diving into how to use silence to unlock his deepest emotions and make him crave your presence. Don't miss it. Your transformation begins now. Number 5, why he pulls away and how silence will make him come running. Brave women, have you ever felt the sting of confusion and rejection when a man you've invested your energy into suddenly pulls away? One moment, he's all in, texting, calling, showing you affection, and the next, he's distant, cold, and uninterested. It's maddening, isn't it? You find yourself questioning every little thing you did. Was it something I said? Was I too much? Or maybe not enough? But here's a hard truth you need to hear. It's not about what you said or did. It's about his psychology, and understanding it through the lens of dark Stoic psychology will not only save your sanity, but also shift the entire dynamic in your favor. When he pulls away, your instinct is likely to chase, to fix, to bridge the gap he's created. Society has conditioned women to believe that the way to keep a man is through constant effort, explaining, persuading, proving your worth. But let me tell you this, the more you chase, the faster he runs. Why? Because desperation is the ultimate repellent. Men, by their nature, are drawn to challenges. And the moment you stop being a mystery, the moment you overexpose your emotions, you remove the very thing that kept him intrigued. Enter the power of silence. Silence is not passive, it's strategic. It's not about giving up, it's about taking back control. Dark Stoic psychology teaches us that restraint is power. When a man pulls away, your silence isn't just the absence of words. It's a mirror forcing him to face the emptiness he created. It's the quiet void that makes him question, doubt, and ultimately crave your presence again. Imagine this. He pulls away, expecting you to chase as others have before. But instead, you do nothing. You don't send the long text trying to explain your feelings. You don't bombard him with questions. You don't check his social media, trying to decode his cryptic posts. You simply go silent. That silence? It's like standing still in a battlefield while he's firing blanks in every direction, trying to provoke you. And the more you hold your ground, the more he starts to feel the weight of his own actions. As Marcus Aurelius once said, the nearer a man is to calm, the closer he is to power. When you remain calm and silent in the face of his withdrawal, you exude a strength most women never master. That's the essence of dark Stoic psychology. It teaches you to respond with composure, to control the only thing you truly can, yourself. You might wonder, but what if he never comes back? Here's the truth, brave women. If he doesn't return, he was never worth your time. Your silence will filter out the weak and the unworthy. But the man who recognizes your value, who feels the shift in power, will come running back. And when he does, he won't see the woman he left behind. He'll see a queen who commands respect, not with words, but with her presence. So stop wasting your energy chasing a man who pulls away. Instead, use that energy to build yourself. Focus on your passions, your goals, your well-being. Silence isn't just about making him return, it's about reclaiming your throne. Because when you shift your focus inward, you don't just confuse him, you elevate yourself to a level where only the strong can reach you. If you're ready to master this strategy, hit the like button and subscribe for more powerful insights into dark Stoic psychology and relationships. And in the comments, write, "My silence is my power." Let's continue this journey of strength and wisdom together. Stay tuned, brave women. The next strategy will be a game changer you won't want to miss. Number 6, speak less, control more. Make him feel your absence like never before. Why does it feel like the more you say, the less he listens? Why does it seem that no matter how much you explain, plead, or try to fix things, he only drifts further away? Brave women, this isn't your fault. It's the conditioning you've been fed. Society tells you to talk it out, to be the bigger person, to always be available and accommodating. But the truth is, that's not how you get his attention or respect. In fact, the more you speak, the more invisible you become. The key to making him feel your absence and realizing your worth lies in the power of speaking less. Dark Stoic psychology teaches us that silence is not weakness, it's strength in its purest form. It's the storm that leaves him questioning, the absence that fills his mind with what-ifs, and the power that flips the script. When you stop over-explaining, when you stop rushing to fill every gap in the conversation, you create an undeniable void that forces him to pay attention. Silence isn't just the absence of words, it's the loudest thing he'll ever hear. Think of this as the art of emotional minimalism. Imagine a priceless painting in a gallery. Its value isn't only in the strokes of the brush, but also in the empty space around it that allows it to shine. When you pull back your words and energy, you become that painting, something rare and worth pursuing. You might wonder, won't he think I don't care? Won't he move on? Let me tell you this. Men are wired to chase what they can't fully grasp. Dark Stoic psychology explains that when you withdraw your constant presence and explanations, he's forced to confront what your silence means. It plants a seed of curiosity and even fear. Fear that he's losing you. Fear that he's no longer in control. And that's when he begins to chase, to crave your attention, to seek out the connection he once took for granted. This isn't about manipulation. It's about self-respect. Speaking less isn't about withholding. It's about redirecting. Redirecting your energy back to yourself, your goals, and your growth. When you stop wasting words on someone who isn't listening, you free yourself to focus on what truly matters, your own happiness and power. That's the heart of Dark Stoic psychology, mastering your emotions, stepping back, and letting your silence do the work. Picture this. He sends a vague, half-hearted message after days of silence, and instead of rushing to reply or explain your absence, you pause. You don't respond with anger or desperation. You simply let the message linger. That silence, that absence, will do what no paragraph ever could. It forces him to wonder, what is she thinking? Is she pulling away? Did I mess up? This is the power of speaking less. It puts you back in control without ever lifting a finger. As Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, silence at the right time is the mother of all virtues. And in relationships, it's the foundation of respect and mystery. When you speak less, you reclaim your energy. You stop trying to prove your worth because your worth speaks for itself. You stop chasing because you know what's meant for you will come to you. You stop overgiving because you realize the person who truly values you will match your effort without you saying a word. Brave women, if you're ready to embrace the power of silence and watch him feel your absence like never before, hit the like button and subscribe now. And in the comments, write this declaration of power: silence is my strength. Your journey doesn't end here. In the next video, we'll explore another life-changing strategy rooted in Dark Stoic psychology to help you take control of your relationships and your life. Stay tuned, because your transformation has only just begun. Number 7, stop overgiving. Shift the power dynamic and make him work for you. Brave women, have you ever found yourself bending over backward to keep a relationship alive? Do you give and give and give, hoping he'll finally notice, appreciate, or love you the way you deserve? Let me ask you this. How often has that worked? If you've been pouring yourself into someone who only takes, let me share an uncomfortable truth. Overgiving doesn't make him value you. It makes him take you for granted. It's time to shift the power dynamic. It's time to stop overgiving and make him work for you. Dark Stoic psychology teaches us that overgiving is not a sign of love. It's a sign of imbalance. Love is a partnership, not a performance. When you're the one constantly initiating conversations, making plans, and compromising your needs, you're creating a dynamic where he benefits without effort. Men thrive on the chase, on earning what they value. The more you hand yourself over without making him work for it, the less he will see your worth. The Stoics taught that control begins within. So ask yourself, are you giving out of love, or are you giving out of fear? Fear of losing him, fear of being alone, fear that you're not enough. Here's a truth that will set you free. You are already enough. You are not the one who needs to change. He does. And the moment you stop overgiving, you create the space for him to step up. Imagine a scale weighed down on one side with all your effort, while the other side, his, sits empty. Does that feel like balance to you? Of course not. Stop tipping the scale. Let him feel the weight of what he's missing. Think of your energy as a priceless currency. When you give too much, you're spending it like loose change on things that don't matter. Men don't value what's freely given. They value what's earned. By pulling back, you're not being cold or manipulative. You're aligning with the principles of dark Stoic psychology. You're allowing him to feel the absence of your effort. And trust me, that absence will speak louder than words. Imagine this. You've been the one texting him every morning, initiating plans and keeping the connection alive. What if one day you stopped? What if you took that energy and redirected it toward yourself? Your goals, your passions, your peace. At first, he might feel relieved. He might think you've given up, but soon he'll notice the void. He'll start to wonder, why isn't she chasing me anymore? That's when the shift happens. That's when he realizes your value. Dark Stoic psychology isn't about manipulation. It's about self-respect. It's about breaking the cycle of overgiving and demanding the effort you deserve. The Stoics taught us that true power lies in restraint, and this applies to relationships too. When you stop overgiving, you're not just shifting the power dynamic, you're reclaiming your worth. If he truly cares for you, he'll rise to the challenge. He'll chase. He'll work to earn back what he once took for granted. And if he doesn't, then he was never worth your time in the first place. This isn't about him, it's about you. It's about stepping into your power and knowing that you are the prize. Brave women, take this moment to declare your worth. Write in the comments, I am the prize, and I will make him work for me. If you're ready to embrace the teachings of dark Stoic psychology and transform your relationships, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this journey with others. And stay tuned for the next powerful strategy that will elevate your life and your love to a whole new level. Remember, you are not weak. You are a force to be reckoned with. Make him see it. Make him feel it. Make him earn it. Number 8, master his psychology. Silence is the path to making him respect you. Why is it that you've explained yourself 100 times, poured your heart out, and done everything to make him understand you, yet his respect seems to slip further away? Brave women, here's the truth that no one tells you. Men don't respect what they don't have to work for. Respect isn't begged for, pleaded for, or talked into existence. It's commanded, and the most powerful way to command it is through silence. Yes, silence. Calm, intentional, and deeply rooted in the principles of dark Stoic psychology, is the ultimate strategy to master his mind and earn his respect. The teachings of Stoicism remind us, the more we value our own words, the less we need to speak. Silence is not just the absence of words, it is a statement of strength, a wall of self-respect that no man can ignore. When you pull back your words, when you refuse to explain or overextend, you force him to sit with his own thoughts. And let me tell you, brave women, nothing is more unsettling to a man than realizing he's the one left to figure you out. That's the power of silence. It flips the script. Imagine this. You've had an argument, and instead of engaging in endless back and forth or justifying your feelings, you simply walk away. You don't send a follow-up text. You don't wait for his apology. You let the silence speak for you. At first, he might feel relief, but soon, your absence will echo louder than your words ever could. He'll replay every moment in his mind, wondering what you're thinking, questioning if he's lost you. That's the brilliance of dark Stoic psychology. It doesn't just make him notice you, it makes him value you. Some of you might be asking, won't silence make him think I don't care? Absolutely not. Silence is not indifference. It's calculated restraint. Men are wired to solve problems, to chase what they can't have, to fill voids. When you choose silence, you're not pushing him away. You're creating a space for him to lean in. Silence is the void that forces him to confront his actions, his words, and his treatment of you. It's not passive, it's strategic. Stoicism teaches us that self-control is the highest form of power. Dark Stoic psychology amplifies this wisdom in relationships. When you stop trying to control his behavior and instead master your reactions, you become unshakable. Your silence is not weakness, It's the confidence of a woman who knows her worth. And when a man senses that, he can't help but respect it. Think of silence like a storm gathering on the horizon. Calm, controlled, and impossible to ignore. It builds anticipation, shifts the balance, and commands attention. Brave women, you are that storm. Your silence speaks of dignity, power, and unshakable self-respect. And the moment you embrace it, you'll notice the shift, not just in him, but in yourself. You'll stop chasing and start leading. So, are you ready to make him respect you? To use dark Stoic psychology to master his mind and shift the dynamic in your favor? If so, hit that like button and subscribe now, because this is just the beginning. Write, "My silence is my power," in the comments and claim the strength you've always had within you. And don't miss our next strategy, because brave women, the power is yours to take. Let's master this together. Number 9, confuse him with restraint. Why men are drawn to what they can't have. Why is it that the moment you give everything, your time, your energy, your emotions, he seems to drift further away? Brave women, the answer lies in human psychology, specifically male psychology, and the powerful principles of dark Stoic psychology. Men are not drawn to what is freely given. They are compelled by what is just out of reach. The more you chase, the less they value you. But the moment you step back, the moment you master the art of restraint, everything changes. Here's a truth no one tells you. Men crave what they can't fully have. Think about it. When something is easily accessible, it loses its allure. A flame that burns too close blinds. A flame just out of reach entices. This is why silence and restraint are your ultimate power moves. Restraint isn't weakness. It's a carefully wielded weapon, a deliberate choice to protect your energy and force him to confront your worth. Dark Stoic psychology teaches us that restraint is strength in its purest form. In a world where people rush to explain, to apologize, to over-communicate, the woman who holds her ground in silence becomes unforgettable. Men are naturally driven to pursue. It's in their DNA. But if you make it too easy, if you're always available, always explaining, always giving, he will take you for granted. By stepping back and refusing to engage in the chase, you confuse him. And in that confusion, he becomes intrigued, even obsessed, with figuring you out. Imagine this. You're texting a man, and he starts pulling away. Most women panic, sending more messages, trying to spark the connection again. But what happens? He retreats even further. Now picture yourself stepping into your power. Instead of chasing, you stop. You focus on yourself, your goals, your passions, your growth. The silence becomes deafening. He's left wondering, why isn't she trying anymore? That confusion eats at him, and before long, he's the one reaching out, chasing after you. Confusion is powerful because it disrupts expectations. Men expect you to chase, to explain, to beg for clarity. When you do the opposite, you're no longer predictable. You're an enigma. And nothing captivates a man more than what he can't fully grasp. This isn't about playing games. It's about mastering yourself. When you can control your emotions and reactions, you control the entire dynamic. The Stoics believed silence is a source of great strength. Your silence speaks volumes. It shows him you're not here to beg for love or validation. It tells him you value yourself too much to waste your energy on someone who doesn't immediately recognize your worth. This is the essence of dark Stoic psychology, knowing that by holding back, you are inviting him to step up. Picture a priceless piece of art hanging in a gallery. Do people touch it, smudge it, or treat it carelessly? Of course not. Its value is protected by its inaccessibility. You, brave women, are that masterpiece. The moment you stop making yourself too available, the moment you practice restraint, you remind him that you are something rare, something worth pursuing. So, the question now is this. Are you ready to step into your power? Are you ready to confuse him with your silence, your restraint, your mastery of dark Stoic psychology? Stop chasing, stop explaining, stop giving away your energy so freely. Instead, hold back and let him realize your absence is a void he cannot fill with anyone else. If you're ready to master the art of restraint and make him run after you, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. And in the comments, write this phrase: I am the flame he cannot touch. Brave women, this is just the beginning. Stay with me, and we'll dive even deeper into the strategies that will help you reclaim your power and make him see your worth like never before. Let's take the next step together. Number 10, take back your energy. Dark Stoic psychology to dominate any man's mind. Brave women, have you ever felt utterly drained, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, because you've poured everything into a man who didn't value it? Have you ever caught yourself overthinking, overtexting, or overgiving only to be met with indifference, or worse, silence? Here's the truth no one tells you. It's not your words, your love, or your effort that makes a man stay. It's your energy. And right now, your energy is being spent in all the wrong places. The good news? You can take it back, and when you do, you'll dominate his mind in ways he won't be able to explain or escape. Dark Stoic psychology is your secret weapon. It's the art of mastering your emotions and understanding his. It teaches you to stop reacting, stop giving away your power, and start channeling your energy into yourself. You see, energy is like a magnet. It either draws people closer or repels them. Right now, your energy might be saying, I'm available, I'm desperate, I'm yours to control. But when you take it back, when you invest it in yourself, your energy transforms into something irresistible, something he can't ignore. Let me share a metaphor. Imagine your energy as a blazing fire. When you focus that fire on someone else, calling, texting, begging for attention, you burn yourself out. Your light dims, and he barely feels its warmth because it's scattered. But when you pull that fire back, when you feed it with self-love, self-discipline, and self-respect, it grows into an inferno. That kind of fire lights up a room. That kind of fire commands attention. And that's the energy Dark Stoic psychology helps you create. Control your emotions, and you control the world, said Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers. This truth is your foundation. When you stop reacting to his games, when you stop letting his actions dictate your worth, you take control. Imagine this. He texts you a half-hearted message after ignoring you for days. The old you might have jumped at the chance to engage, eager to win him back. But the new you? You smile, put your phone down, and get back to building your life. That's the kind of unbothered confidence that drives a man wild. You might be wondering, won't he just forget me if I stop chasing him? No, brave women, he won't. Men don't forget a woman who owns her energy. When you pull back, when you focus on yourself, he'll feel the void you leave behind. Dark Stoic psychology is not about manipulation. It's about reclaiming your power so profoundly that he can't help but see your worth. Picture this. While he's wondering why you're no longer chasing him, you're leveling up, hitting the gym, learning a new skill, laughing with your friends, glowing with self-confidence. That's when he'll start running after you, not because you begged, but because you became the woman he can't stop thinking about. Now is the time to take back your energy, to become the force that cannot be ignored. Brave women, you are not weak, you are not desperate, you are powerful beyond measure. Say it with me. My energy is mine, and I control it. If you're ready to master Dark Stoic psychology and dominate his mind with your presence, hit the like button and subscribe now. And in the comments, write, I own my energy. Let's take this journey together, and in the next video, I'll show you another life-changing strategy to elevate your power even further. The time to reclaim your energy is now. Let's make it happen. Conclusion. Brave women, it's time to stop wasting your energy on men who don't deserve it and start reclaiming your power, your silence, your composure, your unwavering confidence. These are your greatest weapons. Dark Stoic psychology teaches you to master your emotions, control the dynamic, and become the woman he can't stop thinking about. You don't need to chase, beg, or explain. You are the prize, and the moment you take back your energy, the game changes forever. Now take this wisdom and embody it. Like this video and share it with every woman you know who needs to be reminded of her strength. Let's build a community of empowered women who refuse to settle. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you never miss another life-changing lesson. Together, we rise. Write "I own my power" in the comments and claim your transformation. Let's do this.